What's up, guys? Eli here, back for another USBM video. The series is still going strong until I have shown at least one album from every USBM, American black metal band in my collection. If you've watched any of these videos before, I do 5 at a time, so I got 5 here, and this is a particularly pretty good stack. I think there's some serious bangers here. Some of the best black metal to come out of the U.S. Maybe not every single album, but some damn good stuff. So let's get it started. Starting off with the satanic black metal promo from Rotten Funeral. Rotten Funeral were a band with members kind of based out of, they were kind of spread out, California, Oregon, New York. This is a promo from 2011. It's called, well, I just said what it's called, Satanic Black Metal Promo. So, formed in 1999 by members of bands like Killgasm, Defecrator. Yeah, this is just literally a promo. I'm kind of buddies with one of the dudes, and we've been online buddies for a pretty long time, so he sent me this in the mail, I guess back in 2011. I still have it. I mean, this is just the CDR. So, Rotten Funeral, pretty cool band overall. They have a very raw black metal sound, but pretty melodic, melodic riffs. Kind of standard, I would say, not to turn you away from this band or anything, but that's the way I would describe it. Kind of raw, melodic, standard black metal, Scandinavian sounding in nature, particularly Finnish stuff. I'm thinking, I get kind of like Azagal vibes, maybe Sargeist, and then on the Norwegian side of things, maybe early Gorgoroth. So if you like stuff like that, you don't have to find an old, crappy CDR like this. They actually have a release. Transylvanian Recordings made a pretty nice official tape release, and you can get all the Rotten Funeral stuff that way. And that's what I'd recommend. I actually would love to get my hands on that tape. Then from 1999, we've got Rebellion is the Art of Survival by Night Conquers Day. In my opinion, one of the most underrated black metal bands, especially from the U.S. And this is some of the best U.S. black metal. I would definitely argue that. Check out the nice Chris Verwimp cover art. So this is their second and final full length. They were active from 1995 till about 2001, formed by members of bands like Tearstained and Buried Beneath. They were based out of Rochester, New York. This album came out on Hammerheart Records. This is just killer black metal. This is the kind of black metal you want. I mean, this is, they just excel with everything they do, and particularly in the songwriting department. That's kind of where I take issue with some black metal. This is black metal written by, dudes that know how to write really good epic black metal. Like I said, kind of epic sounding, a bit on the raw side, but still everything is still very audible. It's melodic at the same time. Heavy use of keyboards, but I wouldn't call this symphonic black metal. It's just keyboards, just kind of keyboard accents. They're very, I guess you could say prominent, but again, they're not driving the song like you would hear in symphonic black metal. And I'm don't get me wrong, I love symphonic black metal, but I just wouldn't call it that. I would, the keyboards and synthesizers, they're more used for atmosphere. And yeah, check this band out. They only had 2 full lengths, but if you haven't ever heard them, you owe it to yourself. If you're a black metal fan, you got to hear some Night Conquers Day. Now here's another very underrated American black metal band, Noctuary. This is their second album from 2000, When Fires Breed Blood. Haven't heard this in a while, but man, is it good. They were formed out of Northern California by members of bands like Winter Thrall and Engorge. This is just dissonant, but yet melodic black metal. Very audible bass sound, which I think you might enjoy if you're one of those people that's like, I could never hear the bass guitar in black metal. This this band's got you covered on the bass guitar area. This is just, again, kind of like The Night Conquers Day, very well written American black metal. There's some thrash influences there. You could probably, I don't know if this album is easy to track down or not, but I would suggest trying to get this on Discogs. Came out on the Lost Disciple label, again, back in 2000. They had, I think they had 3 albums. I think the Metal Archives lists them as active, but they haven't done anything in a long time, so I don't know how accurate that is, but, and I've never heard their other albums. If anyone's heard the other Noctuary albums, let me know. I'm sure they're fucking good. I don't see how they wouldn't be. This one though, man, you got to get this. This is just some massively underrated black metal that need to be heard by more people. I would love them to make a comeback and give us some more music, but until then, man, this album from 2000 is just so damn good. Then from 2003, we've got Legends from Sumeria. Sumeria formed in when did they form? 1985, out of Southern California by members of Engorge and Demon's Sword. I just have this, I guess this was a promo copy, so I don't have a case for it or anything. This is all I got. So this came out on Quadrivium, which is a label that I don't think has been active for a number of years. It's a nice release, though. So Sumeria definitely play the type of black metal that was pretty prominent in the late 90s, early 2000s here in the US, but I mean that in a very good way. You definitely get some thrash influences here. I heard some early Apsu, some early Immortal even. It's fairly raw, but still, everything's still pretty audible. It's just raw enough. It's not overly raw. Songwriting here is top notch. They have at least one other album that's really good, but this has always been my favorite, Legends by Sumeria. Definitely get this one. Don't overlook it. And last but certainly not least, this is one of my favorite US black metal albums ever. This is Soul Negro with their second album from 2007. I always forget the name of it because my memory sucks. Of Darkness and Flames. This is a Moribund pressing, Moribund Records out of the Seattle area. This is their second album from 2007. They formed in 1998 by members of the legendary Mexican death metal band Bloodsoaked. So on that note, if you've never heard Bloodsoaked and you're a death metal fan, check out. They had a great album in like the mid 90s. This is very, very doomy black metal with lyrics that seem to kind of draw, inspiration from, at least from what I can tell, H.P. Lovecraft, and even I think Twin Peaks, the show Twin Peaks. There's a song called Black Lodge here, so that's got to be based on the Twin Peaks series. But this is just great black metal, very atmospheric. Like I said, very doomy, very unique. Like I've never really heard a band that I would say sounds exactly like this. And I think this is some of the most underrated US black metal ever. Really, almost everything I just talked about. This is like some of the most underrated US black metal. So if you haven't heard these bands, dude, get into Soul Negro. I never hear anyone talk about them, and it's unfortunate. I never hear anyone talk about Sumeria. I used to, but not, probably because they're just not really active anymore. Get this Noctuary album. It's fucking incredible. Don't sleep on Night Conquers Day. I mean, this band they were just so goddamn good. You got to hear it. So, anyways, guys, what do you think? Do you have any of these albums? Have you heard any of them? Are you unfamiliar with any of this? Hopefully not for too much longer. You need to go check these out. Honestly, no matter what kind of black metal you're into, everything I just showed is super quality, and I'd stand behind any of it. So, anyways, guys, I appreciate you as always for stopping by. We will talk soon. Let's talk about some black metal, huh? Fucking cheers.